Hi, my name is Stu Roberts and welcome back to HeyFunkyDrummer.com. I'm going to talk to you ever so quickly about other ways that we can develop beats we already know. And for this series of lessons, you will be able to find the other two on the HeyFunkyDrummer.com site as well as on YouTube. And we're using our basic rock rhythm as the template that we're going to vary to create some other patterns. So the template that we're going to use, bass drum on beats 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4, and we're just going to play straight eighth notes in our right hand to begin with. And that gives us this sound. It's a classic drum beat, probably the first beat that everybody learned to play when they started to play the drums. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now how are we going to vary that? How are we going to access some other things by just changing the hi-hat? Well, in the very first lesson in this series we talked about different accents that we could create. So we covered that in the first lesson. And what we're going to do here is we're going to change the number of notes that we're playing on the hi-hat in between each crotchet beat. So in the template we're playing quavers in the right hand. That's 2 notes per beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, cha, 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and playing quavers. Now we're going to add 1 extra note and that will give us triplets on the hi-hat. So this rhythm you could hear as a rhythm in a 12/8 time signature because there'll be 12 quavers in each bar. Okay, so I'll count that off in 12/8 and I'm sure you'll just grasp this straight away. Easy enough, and it's a great way to access a lot of that music, some of those classic ballads, 12/8 feel records, things like At Last by Etta James, or there's a great Joni Mitchell version of that, and all those kind of feels that maybe, you know, it's not all about firing around a drum kit, but just a really nice pocket and sound. So check out tunes always to accompany the beats that you learn, so that you can kind of make really well-informed decisions about what to play and when to play things when you're on the bandstand. Okay, so to alter the hi-hat part again, we'll play some 16th notes. So that's 4 right-hand notes per beat. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a in the right hand with the same kick and snare pattern again. So once you've learnt the beat, again think about where am I going to hear that kind of sound. You'll hear it on, you know, some kind of ballad record, soul ballads, that kind of thing. And the way that we play the hi-hat influences the feel of the beat tremendously. So as well as playing the 4 notes, you might want to consider accenting in groups of 2s. So we're using the same shaft of the stick going to the tip of the stick method as in the very first lesson in this series, but we're applying it to semiquavers. So rather than it being played with quavers, 1 and 2 and, we're doing it with 16th notes. So we double the speed and it becomes 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. If we hear that rhythm in the context of the beat, we get this. Yeah, okay. And we can also spice that rhythm up a little bit just with some left hand grace notes as well. So just check this out. It's just a fun rhythm to get yourself into. So you'll hear those kind of rhythms with that type of hi-hat pattern. You know, if you check out things like some of the records, like There's Nothing, I still haven't found what I'm looking for by the Chimes, for example, or There's Nothing Like This by Omar. You'll hear different ways of phrasing those 16th notes on the hi-hat. So I'm just going to develop that beat a little bit further and have a bit of a play. I hope this has given you some food for thought and a couple ideas that you can take away. And don't forget, there's a whole host more videos at heyfunkydrummer.com, and they're all free right now for you to enjoy and learn from. So thanks very much for taking the time to check this out, and I'm going to leave you by just taking those 16th notes and having some fun with them.